Guys, just setting up my camera here. There we go. I have to do all the editing, like description and all that kind of stuff. And I do that better when I haven't got when my camera's not in the stand. So anyway, how's everybody doing today? I had a busy day. I got a lot of video tutorials shot this morning that I was very happy about. I'm at the place where the thumb goes through for the brand new gloves that I'm doing. I shared a reel with them ages ago before Christmas, and I just got around to shooting the video. I got all set up last week, but then things didn't go right. So today was a much better day. So I got up to the thumb and then thought I'd take a break. And yeah, here we are. I'm doing an afternoon live. I usually do them in the morning, so I thought I would try an afternoon and see how that goes. And I'm working on my velvet scarf. I was working on this a couple of lives ago. I've got about 15 inches that I need to do on it. So I thought maybe another live would see it nearly finished. And I just have to remember at the end that I need to put this long section of pink. So, and if any of you've seen, I don't know if I need to explain it all again, but anyway, I'm working up the sides and I'm not weaving in the ends, and I'm going to see if when I do a single row up the side, single crochet row, I'm able to incorporate all the ends. We will find out if that actually works or it doesn't work and I end up cutting them all and having to weave in all the ends. So here we go. So I'm joining in my green and I'm working in the moss stitch. So that's how this one's working. Hi Jackie, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm doing an afternoon live this time. Well, I think it's evening for some people. I thought I'd try a different time. Just looking at my cat. I don't know if my cat wants to go out or not. Just fed them. So this is a velvet. I'm using baby velvet, burnt baby velvet yarn, and I'm doing the moss stitch. So it works out like this. Kind of different. And I'm doing all these stripes. So that means my yarn gets tangled and I have to continuously untangle the yarn. So. Oh, and I should wait till I get a few more people on, maybe show you my baby blanket. I finished the baby blanket. So I'll share when I get a few more people on. Say hi. Hi, Rochelle. Nice to see you. I finished my baby blanket. I'm working on my scarf now, but I will share my blanket. Finally got it done. All the ends are woven in. I just need to take pictures and tweak the pattern. And I'm hoping, I was working on some fingerless gloves today for a tutorial, but I want to do a tutorial for this baby blanket. So the baby blanket turned out really nice. It's the sedge stitch, and I did end up putting a single crochet row at the top and at the bottom just to gather in all those stitches. So I just did a single crochet row along, and then the whole blanket is just done in sedge stitch, and I love it. This is the right side, I think. You can see the sedge stitch. The sedge stitch is when you make a single, a double, and a triple all into that one space, right? And then the next space, a single, a double, and a single, a half double crochet and a double crochet. Sorry, I said it wrong before. It's a single, a double crochet, and a full half double crochet and a double crochet. So it gets single, half double, double. It gets bigger as you go through, and it's in each loop. So here you can see in this loop, there's a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet at the end. So anyway, it turns out really nice. I've made it 33 inches by 36 inches. So that's the size. And I'm going to be sending that off once I've written up the pattern and got a few videos done. And send it off. Because once it's gone, I never get to do anything with it again. It's gone, right? So gray and then pink. So I'm doing gray next and then pink. So I hope everybody's had a good day today. Thank you. Glad you like it. Nice to see you, Rochelle. And this is my moss stitch, so I'm just going chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. That's all you do for the moss stitch, chain 1, single crochet. Yeah, so, but as someone mentioned, I do get a lot of tangles when you're changing colors. If I cut them off, I wouldn't be dealing with all these tangles. So I'm learning, like, maybe it's just not worth the tangles for the time saved weaving in ends. Maybe you spend as much time dealing with the tangles and sorting everything. So I don't know. It was just an idea. And I'm kind of interested actually to make this blanket, to make this scarf rather, with a non-velvet yarn to see what it looks like. I mean, it looks really pretty in this baby velvet, but not everybody has baby velvet, right? So people are going to be substituting a regular worsted weight yarn for this pattern. It'd be kind of nice to see what it looked like. That might be something I do next. So that there's examples of both. And it's kind of a reverse repeating pattern. I do the pink and then I do these colors and then I go white, green, gray, pink, and then I do 2 blue, and then I do the reverse, pink, gray, green, white, then 2 of this purpley color, and then I do pink, green, gray, white, green, gray, pink. I'm not speaking very clearly today. Thank you. Welcome everybody who's popping in. I just started this live and we'll see how it goes. I'll get my scarf through, get rid of all those tanks. There we go. All right, so now the next color is pink. So, there we go, pink. Oh dear, yeah, we're all beholden to our internet connections, right? Mine used to be terrible where I live here, but we were very lucky. We got the fast one brought over. So I live on this little island and we had a very, very slow. It used to literally take me 6 hours to upload a YouTube video. Once upon a time, I used to do it overnight. It took so long. And now I have regular internet. So maybe just watch it when it will be posted so you can watch it after the live, but then you don't get to join in the conversation, right? chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. I did a skinny scarf with a moss stitch, and it's one of my most popular video tutorials. It's called the Rubies. It's just a skinny scarf. It's a moss stitch skinny scarf. I think I called it on here, but its technical name is a ruby skinny scarf. And that's really popular. So I thought I'd make a wider one and add some stripes to it just to change things up a bit. But it's taking forever. And now we should be going to the blue. Here we are. And then we do 2 rows of the blue. This is a scarf. It's made with baby. Oh, my cat's coming. Are you going to go across? What are you doing, Felix? So it's made with burnout baby velvet, and I'm doing 1 row each here of the different colors, and then here I'm doing 2 rows, and then I reverse back and then do 2 rows there. Watch out, the cat might knock over. Get down. You're gonna knock over my camera. Good boy. He did. He knocked over the camera. You monkey. You little monkey. Yes, you are. Yeah, he likes to sit on my lap, so he'll be jealous that he can't sit on my lap right now. It's my daughter's cat, technically. I have both of them, 2 of her. Oh, sorry. It's okay, Felix. But I'm looking after them for her while she can't look after them. And he probably wonders who on earth I'm talking to. I think he's gonna come and sit on my lap for sure. Aren't you? Hey? Come on then, you can. Just don't sit on my scarf. Yeah. You wanna come and say hi? You gonna come and say hi? Come and say hi. There. See how pretty he is? This is Felix. He just had his dinner, so he's happy, and he just thinks he should be able to sit on my lap because this is what he usually does while I'm crocheting. Well, he usually sits beside me while I'm crocheting. So let's see if we can get you to sit down there. That's a good boy. You stay there. And I can carry on. Sorry about that. And there is a gray one too, but I don't know where she is. He's happy. He's just going to sit over there. Yeah, so as I was trying to say earlier, I got distracted. This is what I'm making. It's a scarf. Sorry, I sure hope it does. It is a scarf. And I've got probably another 15 inches to do on it. There's quite a bit done already. But that's what it is. It's a velvet scarf made with baby velvet yarn. And I had all this yarn that I'd bought years ago when velvet yarn first came out, and I bought it and I made scrunchies with it, and I have made a couple of patterns with the velvet yarn, but I've never published them. And then it just sat in the cupboard, and I thought, well, this will be a stash busting pattern. It will use up a lot of my yarn, and it'll make a beautiful scarf, really soft, and it's a moss stitch pattern, so it's easy for people to do. And There we go. And then after, oh, we do 2 rows of the blue, so turn it and we'll do another row of blue. Yeah, he is actually the sweet one. It's his sister that's a little monkey. I had somebody here yesterday. I'm getting her, she's helping build a woodshed for me, a brand new woodshed out there, and we were outside and Abby just climbed right up one of the posts up to where the roof is. And then she kind of got stuck up there, but she got down. She just kind of came down backwards. She's quite the little character. Sorry, I'm sitting back and I can't see you properly. And these lives are a really good way for me to get work done on my works in progress. I hope some of you take this time to crochet as well and maybe get something done that wouldn't normally be getting done. I was kind of at the end of my day and just relaxing on the couch, and I thought, you know what, I should really crochet. And then I thought, if I do a live, that's going to make me get my crochet out. And sure enough, here I am working on my scarf. So now we're going back down to the pink, gray, green, white. So this is the pink. And then I just do 1 row of each of these until I get to where I have the dusky pink, the deep pink, and then I do 2 more rows. So is anybody else working on any projects at the moment? Hi there, Claire. Yeah, color projects, there's just, some people have different ways of joining in the colors, but when it's at the end of a row like this, I was actually working on some color work gloves tutorial this morning, and I showed people how to join the different colors into those gloves. It's not finished yet. I'm just up to the thumb hole, and I will do that tomorrow. And I will complete the thumb hole on the top of the glove, and then I will be editing it and probably post it tomorrow if it's finished. If not, it'll be Saturday. Felt really weird yesterday. I had a really off day. I apart from being out there and planning the woodshed with the carpenter lady, I came in and I just kind of went flop and I couldn't really do anything. I was supposed to be looking at a pattern that had been tech edited, but I didn't have the energy. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't focus. You know, you have to focus. I actually fell asleep on the couch in the afternoon, so I was tired, so. I think when I go out and start planning things like the woodshed, it puts me back into like when I was building my house at the very beginning, when I was having to plan everything and choose materials and decide what size things are going to be and all of that kind of stuff, all those decision makings around project management. Maybe I just kind of went, I don't want to do this anymore, because my house is finally finished, but I do want a nice garden and I do want a nice woodshed. So. After the gray, I believe it's the green. Pink, gray, yep, green, and then white. So here's the green. It's getting caught in the basket. It doesn't like it. I've got it in a wicker basket at my side here. Chain 2. I think you might have to leave right now. It's very unusual for me to do an afternoon. You're probably better coming in the morning ones. So if you're at 2 in the morning and it's 4, 5, 6, 7, you're probably in England, are you? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Even further. You're further east. Yeah. Whereabouts are you? I know in India it'll be like nearly 4 in the morning because I have friends in India that I chat to. They're pretty much 12 hours difference to us, but you sound like you're more like 10 hours. Or maybe the other way, maybe in Australia, who knows? Oh, you're in France, okay. Bonjour, bonne nuit. I went to a little village in France. I stayed there for 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. January or maybe a month. Yeah, January. In the mountains, the Black Mountains, just north of Carcassonne. And it was a little village in the mountains called L'Esprit d'Espérance. L'Esprit d'Espérance. It's really nice. And now we go to White. They had a spring that flowed into out of the side of one of the walls there, where you could go and fill up your water. Lots of people lived there who were very, very old, and I was there about 10 years ago, and they would walk up the hill to fill up their water from the spring. It's beautiful water. And if you walked up into the mountains, you could see the Pyrenees in the distance. It was beautiful. Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah. I first of all went from England. I went to visit my mom in England, and then I went down to Portsmouth and got the ferry across to Saint-Malo. And I stayed there for a little while. Actually stayed in like a gypsy caravan place overnight, it was an Airbnb, but it was very, very sweet. And then from there I went down to Mont Saint-Michel, and I stayed there for a while and went up to the top where the Abbey is there, and on Mont Saint-Michel. And then I went back to Paris, but I didn't stay in Paris because I wanted to go to Paris. I was traveling alone and I wanted to go to Paris with a friend, which I ended up doing in 2019. But I just went straight to Paris and got an overnight train down to Carcassonne. And then I got picked up by the guy who was running it was a writer's retreat at a place in La Bastide d'Espérance, and he took us there, and I was there for a month. So we did do a few trips into Carcassonne to see all the beautiful buildings there and everything. Whereabouts are you? Are you further up north, or are you where the water is? The Côte d'Azur. My French is not very good. Right, so now we got up to the white, so we're going to do the pink, the dusty pink for 2 rows. Okay, yeah. I went to Riem, right on the north, which was a bordering, I don't know if it was Germany or Luxembourg or one of those, where they have a big cathedral. I was there when I was 18, like that was a long, long time ago. But that was the only part of France we went into. We were traveling around like Brussels, Belgium, Luxembourg. We went into Germany, and then we went to back through Holland and back into Belgium to come home. It was just a little circle. But you're near Switzerland too, so that was further east, yeah. Oh, hi Daisy, that's it's so interesting. You've made 2 of those scarves. Yeah, that was a really popular scarf. And I'm just saying, right now I have a really popular other scarf, skinny scarf that's a YouTube tutorial, which is the moss stitch skinny scarf. It's a red one. And so if you search down my videos, you'll see it's called a moss stitch skinny scarf. The real name is a ruby, but I think it might come up as a easy skinny scarf or something. What color did you make your Olivia scarf? Are you one of the people that sent me a picture? Some people have sent me pictures of their Olivia scarves. I don't always recognize everybody's names. This is not a skinny scarf. This is just a wider scarf that's also in the moss stitch, like this, the skinny scarf, but it's moss stitch with a color changes. Green and red, beautiful. Yeah, the Olivia scarf is such a popular one because it's so pretty, you know. It's the first skinny scarf I ever made. So thank you for trying it. Some people have made them because their daughter was called Olivia, and they made the scarves for their daughters. A lot of people like the name Olivia. This isn't going to be a super long live because I know it's getting late for some people, and also, hi from the UK, it's getting late for you, isn't it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yes, you're late too. I know what time it is there because my brother and sister live in England and a lot of my friends, so. I used to live there when I was younger. We moved from Canada when I was 17, so I went to college over there. Okay, here we go. And now we're going back to white. Oh, no, I'm gonna do another row. Right, forget. Oh, that's good news. That's really good news. You've been crocheting a vest. What kind of a vest is it? Like, is it a vest with buttons or just a solid vest with a V-neck? Or there's so many different terminologies for vests now. It's funny, when I was growing up in England, well, no, when I was growing up, my mom was English, so she always called a vest, it was like the underwear that you wore underneath your sweater. It was I guess people would call it an undershirt, but it was like what we had, little vests with V-necks and little sleeves that we would put under to make sure that we kept warm. And then what people call vests now in England were always, my mom anyway, they were always called waistcoats. So it's funny how terminology, right? I'm gonna take this out so it doesn't get. Oh, hi, welcome from New York. It's got a tie front with starburst squares at the bottom. Wow, that sounds fantastic. Beautiful. I like that idea. So are you using lots of colors? Are you using neutral colors? What have you decided to use, Luna? It's great when people share what they're working on. I really, really like hearing about different people's projects. I don't think I got myself set in a very good place. I'm kind of keep sitting back and I'm really low on the screen. Oh, thank you. Well, that sounds good enough to me. Blankets, scarves, and hats. I mean, how good do you have to be to, as long as you're making something, that's all. And as long as you're happy. I was just talking to my daughter the other day about it because I wrote a song way back years ago. Think of something to do and do it. There's really nothing to it. Don't you know we make our own reality, right? So if you decide to do it and you do it, that's all you need to do. Night-night, Luna. Thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully we see you again at a time when it's not so late for you. Thank you so much for joining us. Sleep well. And I hope the lady from France has gone on and she's off to bed because it was really late there too. So, all right, here we go. Hi there, Laura. Nice, we got lots of people joining. So, I'm working on a scarf here. It's actually a moss stitch scarf. And moss stitch is just single crochet, chain one, skip one, single crochet. And it makes a really kind of cool pattern. But it makes a really good project for like watching TV or something where you don't have to focus too much. I've got about another 15 inches to do on this one, and then it will be finished. It's a scarf, and a lot of color changes. And I've got to remember, the other day I missed it. I thought, no, there goes, I touched my screen and I knocked it off balance. The other day I can't remember what I was going to say now. Anyway, I have my phone on my little table in front of me here in my living room, and if I touch the screen, it's very sensitive. It doesn't like it. So I would love to get this finished and make it a pattern. So I'll show you. I'm going to have a pause and untangle all my yarn. Right. So let's get the yarn and get it sorted out. Yeah, it's really pretty soft, delicate colors because it's baby yarn. Maybe I should have been making a baby blanket out of this yarn. I never thought about that. Maybe I'll have enough left that I can maybe do a baby blanket or a little preemie blanket even. Be cute. There we go. Hi, got lots of new people. Thank you. The thing is, you end up with this tangle of yarn when you keep changing colors every row. But that's okay. It's all part of the process, right? Thank you. Okay. This is, maybe I should call this the patience scarf. You have to be very, very patient. Normally, I've always cut the yarn at the end of each row and woven it in at the end, but this one I thought I would try and do something different. So I have been leaving the ends and just sort of bringing it up. And I was going to try and do a single crochet edging on the sides. That would mean that I would then be able to just catch up all the colors that are running up the side and avoid all of that weaving in the ends. But I was saying earlier, I'm having to spend so much time unraveling it, I might as well be weaving in the ends. Chain one, single crochet in the last one. And then we are going to the green, which is what I just brought here. There we go. Thank you. Hi there, another person joining us. Thank you for joining us. Are you a crocheter or just a crafter or just somebody that's interested in seeing what the heck's going on? I'm making a scarf. This is with Bernat baby velvet yarn, and I'm using a moss stitch. And I'm changing colors every row except for this dusty pink and the blue. I'm doing 2 rows. So that means then I'm getting a lot of tangles. Can't believe I've been on here nearly 40 minutes. I got some stuff out to frosting for dinner, so I'll have to go and make some of that later. Yeah, I got a bit of the wicker basket caught in that yarn. I've got the yarn all in this wicker basket, right? And it was getting caught there. All right, you're heading to bed. Thank you. Yes, I'm heading for supper time, so sleep well. Yeah, I got folks from England, and we had somebody from France who's just gone, and we got New York. There we go. Now we go to the gray. And there's the gray. This is my gray. So pull it green tight, chain 2, turn the work, and off we go with the gray. Virginia, hello. Just trying to keep all my colors sorted out here. This is where you just single crochet, chain one, skip one, single crochet. I'm using baby velvet yarn here. Oh, hi, Rochelle. Currently working on a basic granny square blanket. Okay, so are you working on the granny square blanket from the inside out and just making it bigger and bigger and bigger granny square, or are you working on like lots of different granny squares that are going to be sewn together? I've got one upstairs, or it's in my bedroom actually, that I did giant granny squares for, and then I went and sewed it together, and I didn't do a tutorial for it. That's what happens. I get excited and I make things, and then I think, oh my gosh, should have done a tutorial about how I did that. Now I'm going to have to take it apart and make a tutorial. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Anyway, I do have the tutorial for how to make the giant granny square out of Bernat blanket yarn, the super bulky blanket yarn, and they're really cool granny squares. There we go. Okay, now we need pink. Yes, it's classic. So you're making like a granny square that's just like a big granny square blanket, or lots of granny squares that you're sewing together. No, they're never very basic. Nothing is, they call it basic, but it's not basic. I do have, I think my basic beanie, basic bralette is quite a simple bralette, as bralettes go. And yeah, the basic bucket hat that I did was just the bucket hat with nothing added on, and then I showed how to add clouds or flowers or whatever you wanted to the basic bucket hat. Inside out. Oh, from the inside all the way out to a big blanket. I get it, yeah. I did one of those for a baby blanket. It turned out so pretty. And you really don't have to think too much. And you don't have all that sewing together to do at the end. Well, I would love to see that, Michelle. What colors are you using? Is it like a worsted weight that you're using? Yay, that's the pink row done. Bernat blanket yarn. Wow, that will be so amazing, like the chunky stuff. I was just sitting here thinking I've never done one of those granny square blankets with Bernat. I am doing a moss stitch like this blanket with Bernat right now. I just had to go and get some of the soft gray because I ran out of it. So I just got that just around Christmas time. But oh my gosh, I bet that looks beautiful. So are you using like a variegated yarn, or are you using different colors for each round, or how are you planning it? Sounds incredible. Three greens, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my goodness, you have to send me a picture. Even if you don't, I think, I don't know if you can do that, if you can post it in my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'd love to see it. If not, yeah, send me a message with it. Love to see that. I did the sort of emerald green. Did I do a whole blanket with that? I can't remember. I know I had a lot of the emerald green. I've got so many projects on the go, it's hard for me to keep track of them all. It sounds like a great idea. Well, I'm going to do 2 rows of this blue, and then I think I'm going to go and make myself some dinner. Just be a shorter live today. It'll be nearly an hour. And thank you for being here and chatting with me. And I got a few more rows done, which is amazing. Hi there. How you doing? Do you crochet? Thanks for saying hi. I'm crocheting a scarf here with the moss stitch, and it's very stripy, lots of colors, lots of tangled yarn. I will sort it all out once I end the live. I will roll up my balls and get them all sorted out ready for when I start next time. Here we go. And one more. There we go. That's the end of the blue. Oh, yes, and yeah, definitely I have Facebook. I can't remember if you're one of the people that said you weren't on Facebook, but I do have the Facebook Carroway Crochet community on Facebook. And I got a handheld steamer for Christmas. My daughter got me one, so I'm so excited to try it out as well, because I'm a lazy blocker. I'm not a good blocker. So I'm hoping that this is gonna change my life. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's very exciting. So I have to put it all together and read the instructions for it. Yeah, and try and see what happens. If you go to my YouTube page, just click on Carroway Crochet, and there should be like videos, shorts, all those little headings across there. And I think of one of them, it might be posts now, because everybody keeps changing them all the time. That might be post, or it might be in community. And see if you can upload pictures there. I really would love it if people could start uploading pictures there. Yeah, so that would be lovely. So I'm gonna go and make my dinner, and I hope everybody has a lovely evening, or if you're in the beginning of your day, like if you're in Australia or India or somewhere where you're just waking up early in the morning. Hi to you, and have a great day, everybody. Happy crocheting, and I'll be back soon with another live chat and crochet. Thank you so much.